I woke up with the sun shining bright. Grabbed my pack, hit the trail for a hike. Through the woods where the trees are tall. Hear the birds, hear the eagles call. I can and get high.
All right. Well, I'm up here at Young Conservation Area again, and I've got a new hiking stick. Gonna give that a try. It's got a cork handle and shaped instead of just straight, so that might be a little bit more fun on the trail. Hoping that anyway. And I have brought swim trunks, a towel, and some water shoes. So I might do some creek stomping. Hey.
The hiking trails are calling me, miles to cover, sights to see, the arms of nature embracing me, to trade my worries, show me how to be free.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the wrong way. There we go. So starting down the trail, it is lush, and I do like the grip. So we'll see how the creek looks, and I don't know. I may do that after a little bit of the trail. I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling on down the trail a little bit, but yeah, might do the Taconic Trail and then walk the creek a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Well, after all the torrential rain and all that other stuff, I was really expecting a little bit more of a show out of the little creek here, but yeah, not much of doesn't look like raging waters or anything. So yeah, definitely give a little weight on the on playing in the water. But that limb there, old dead tree across the path, does kind of give a little pause. But I'm going back up to the main trail. All right, I think I just may have invented a game. So got my little stick here and got a walnut. All right, so get a little stance going. I obviously suck at this game. I think there's possibilities there. I do. And here we are at the split. So it's really just this loops around and reconnects to that. So really doesn't matter which way you go. This just goes uphill and that sticks closer to the creek. Still well above the creek. I mean, there's a good bit of a drop over there. The hell? But I guess if you want a little more leg day, you take this part. You want a little more flat, you go that part. Now on the way in, the trail right as you get into the woods, going along the creek to get around here to that bridge and cross over and blah blah blah. I was walking along it, and it's kind of like this trail, only in the woods. And I was like, yeah, this is prime snake on the trail territory here. I'd be a little more cautious if I were, you know, somewhere that had a lot of snakes. Missouri does not have a lot of snakes compared to, say, Mississippi. And aha! So that goes to a pond for fishing. Ooh, look at those. Very cool. So we'll go up and take a look at it. Ooh. Oh, it's a big pond. I glimpsed water from this way, so. No, I did not. That was a squirrel. Weird how those optical illusions can take effect. Where's the freaking water? I see some there. There's water. Oh, and they got a nice little bench. Isn't that quaint? Boy, and it is humid. Are people putting in boats? Oh, that's a... I can see into the water. You probably can a little bit, but there was a young bass swimming around. I see there's a lot of that vegetation there on the bottom. That would be messy fishing, but fish nonetheless. All right, back to the trail. Oh, and don't you know that honeysuckle is pretty tempting. A little bit of that honeysuckle honey. Might have to stop by there later, grab some, pick it off, and oh my God, when the blackberries get ripe, it's definitely going to be coming back out this way. Keep track of them berries. Now these aren't going to be the best because they're young, some of the first. But picking those round parts. Oh yeah. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, very good. Very good berries. Oh, they got some nice ones. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Trail grazing. That's what it is. Kind of similar to trail blazing, but it's much more filling. Eh, I'm going to admit that I'm wee bit confused. Um, this was very full the last time I was here. And it is now, despite torrential rain yesterday, it appears quite freaking empty. So yeah, I guess my idea of taking a dip in the water here is kind of right out the window. Weird, but I can explore. So, well, I guess I'm gonna hike on up the trail and check a couple more places. And if they are as dry as that one, I guess I'll have to go back to the big creek to enjoy the water. Which, I mean, it rained a lot a couple days this week. So not really sure where all the water went. I don't think it rained as much when that was full. So so yeah, little disappointed. Oh well. It was what, 2 weeks ago that I was having to hop on these rocks to get across, and now it's freaking dry. It does not seem right. Marie was talking about flash flooding. Oh well. All right, so I've come up with a new plan, new idea. So I'm going to walk up to the next crossing, and then I'm going to follow this dry creek bed all the way down. I'll change into my water shoes when I get to that point, and do that to get back to the car. So might not need my swim trunks, but at least I can do something a little different. I may have to start packing my swim trunks on all my excursions. So when the opportunity presents itself, I don't find myself SOL. What really baffles me is, like, the week before last, or last weekend, one of those, the reason I didn't go hiking was because of all the rain. So I am baffled as to where all the water went. I know there was a good bit of rain recently, so where'd the water go? Oh well. Plans are what we do to amuse the gods. Like walking peacefully up to the next crossing instead of having to deal with a downed tree with, oh, that's 5 leaves. Carolina creeper. Okay. Still. And guess where the next crossing was? All right. Let's explore a dry creek bed. So those rocks are kind of all over the place down here. That pattern makes me think that all of these rocks, most of these rocks, are from an ancient seabed or lake bed or something. A lot of the sea life and shells and stuff like that from back in those days really left an impression. See what I mean? Yeah, that was a fossil joke. But I'll be. There is some water left. All right. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to pick my way across there. Try not to fall in. Wish me luck. Yeah, before I do, that is awesome. Very vibrant moss growing on that rock. Saw a frog and maybe a crawfish up under there. And look at the patterns on this rock. Ouch. Wow, that's just weird. Crisscrosses and circles, concentric circles. Yeah, lots of caution warranted for walking through here. There's more pockets of water down there, so huh. Oh, very refreshing. Yeah, very. Okay, one more. It is warm out here, but this little area of stream bed is very interesting because it appears to be one solid rock that we are walking on. Bit wet, slippery, so extreme caution is needed. Got lots and lots of tadpoles in there, little bitty tadpoles, so probably not bullfrogs. I thought I've seen a few of those. The tape on my knee came off, probably due to all the sweat. Well, I do have my knee brace in the backpack. Marie had the awesome idea of having me put it in there. Damn it. Just a lot of shit in the way. And stepping carefully on slick rock. Since this is all just one big rock that we are walking on. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Lots of muddy or very water-laden moss. So this is an interesting little section. Glad I have my hiking stick. So this is a multifunction hiking stick. So it's got various tools and stuff in it. I may wait a little bit and sit down to share that. But one of the first things you want to do when you get something like this, you put it together. It's got sections, and the tools screw into the sections for use, like a screwdriver, a couple of knife blades, whistle, and a ferro rod. I don't think those screw into the sections. But one of the first things you want to do when you get one of these is wrap the tools in some kind of cloth. because if you don't, you put them in these sections and they rattle. So if you don't want to be rattling as you go down the trail, wrap those tools up in a thin layer of cloth, just enough to make them not rattle around in the tubes. Which see, one of them I used gauze because, you know, gauze is handy to have, and on this one I used kinesiology tape. Of course, it's tape, so it sticks together. Not really going to be useful after you unstick it from the tools. So probably the first time use, I'm going to have some other cloth solution on standby. So it looks like we're at the end of the solid rock that we've been walking on, starting to break up and or get buried. Yeah. So that's overhanging quite a bit. So it looks like it's a shelf of rock all the way up there. It's got little areas carved in here to let the water flow, or carved by the water flowing. So yeah, this is interesting geological features. I did it again. Straight up frickin' did it. The ever-loving crap again. Took out the sit pad, sat on it, and then just got up and left. I don't know how far back I'm going to have to go to get it. Oh boy. It's if I didn't have some of those IQ tests, it'd be hard to believe I'm a genius. Dang it. Well, there it is. Yeah, still walking along. Very interesting rocks. Occasionally some water. Occasionally that base level rock pokes through. We can see. That is deep. That is deep. Huh. Now that is just interesting. Look at that. There is a big log, big tree across the stream down there, so I may have to get out and go around that. That's huge. Yeah, that's a big obstacle. Guess I am going up and over. which presents its own challenges. All right. See you on the other side. Well, I was gonna see you on the other side, but I find myself on the big log, and I noticed that. Sure, that has a story, and also sure, I'll never know it. So just trying to find a place to jump down. Now, I'm not the only one who's been up here. Kitty cat scat. Bobcat. Probably. I'm going to try jumping down here. Interesting. So one of the things that I'm always interested in when going by trees like this is what was under those trees. Because I mean, that's got to be interesting, right? And look at that. Turns out it was rocks. Who knew? Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. Look at that. Oh, this is interesting. Something made an impression in that rock. But look at that overhang. These boulders. And then that overhang. Yeah, this method of walking is a little challenging. Got rocks like that. But you are always having to look down, which creates a little issue with the neck. Because you're always looking down. Oh, that is cool. That is freaking cool. I just gotta hope I don't leave my sit pad here. I have to come back for it. It is a cool place to look for interesting rocks. Like this one. So this rock is made from the stuff that grows at the center of a geode. Crystal. So that's interesting. You got rocks with obvious little sea creatures, little shells and coral and stuff on it. And then attached to the same rock is solid chert, whatever you want to call it. Oh. And then this with that red color in here. That's interesting. Oh, just lots of very interesting stuff. And you got little gray rocks there that look like they have worm trails all through them. Oh, that one's got a nice fossil in it. Probably some kind of coral. Yeah, lots of interesting rocks around here. That guy with the wormholes. So, not sure what all to expect going down this way. Kind of knew what to expect from that way coming down because it's next to the trail. So I've at least seen large sections of it. But this is not near the trail. Don't know what to expect down this way. So it's going to be interesting. And if it's like this, back here, the overhang and all that good stuff, awesome. Yeah, I just noticed that overhang back there. That is so cool. I don't know. So I'm thinking now I might go ahead and get back to the car, change into my swimsuit, and go back down to the creek instead of leaving my backpack and stuff sitting on the creek bed or on the bank, whatever bank. I don't know. I'll just have to see where this comes out. Well, we got a few things going on here. One, some of the bigger fish that were in this creek are passing on. You see one of them still kind of hanging on and down there, but a couple bigger ones dead. The smaller fish, 3, 4, 5 dead fish from lack of water. Then you got this turtle here. I'm not sure what his deal is. If he thinks he's hiding or I don't know. Not sure if I should pick him up and see if I'm help or what. Because he does look like he's kind of stuck. He certainly ain't going to go forward, so I'll see what I can do. Give him a hand. So I picked him up. Left him a couple of fish just in case. Hope I was helpful instead of annoying. I got the witch rock. So if you don't know what a witch rock is, kind of a double. A little bit of a dizzy spell. So witch rock. The rock with a hole all the way through. And if you're a witch, you can hold it up, look through it, and see the supernatural. I'm not sure this one would work because it has 2 holes. But yeah, that's what a witch rock is. If you look through it and you don't see anything, you're probably not a witch. I mean, other than if you don't see anything supernatural. Yeah. Now there's a bit of an obstacle. Whoop, nope. Got a nice little path through it. Well, if I can get through it. The backpack there was that's interesting. So yeah, I don't think these guys are supposed to be aquatic. So I'm going to see if I can, I don't know, I'll get him out and again, hope I'm being helpful. Well, this looks interesting. In addition to the butterfly, but big old trees. The trunk is over empty air and roots going back in there, the only thing holding it up. Then you got that one. Jeez. Big hole washed out there. Yeah, some very interesting formations, rocks, very interesting trees, very interesting rocks. Without formations. And then this. Wow. Solid rock wall. Look at that. Wow. That's just cool. All right. I'll find a way around that. Not sure if you can see down there, but it's a turtle shell. I was pretty sure they were not aquatic. So maybe I did the right thing back there and lifting him out. Still haven't got over the log yet. Probably going to slip down right there instead of jumping over. Oh well. All right, we may be getting somewhere. I mean, not here, but over there. Looks like part of the creek. All right, yep, we are at the main creek. Got some brim in there. This is definitely where I need to switch to water shoes. All right, so there's this little snake down there, and I don't know if the fish are fighting over him or trying to get him. Oops, sorry. I saw him come out of that rock and get something, and now all the brim are over there investigating the rock. But I mean, now that is just freaking interesting. And I guess that one is chasing the others off, saying the snake is mine. Oh man, that is cool. And he's going under trying to get the snake. Dang. And over here you got a ebon-winged damselfly landing on the water. And then still got the snake and brim drama going over here. It's just an interesting little place. Oh, and look. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, there he is. A crayfish is coming to the mix. Oh, boy. We're getting all kinds of drama going on here. Where's that crayfish? Oh, there's the snake. He made a break for it. Or got himself under another rock. There he is. The brim are tracking him. I think the little fucker's coming up here. I scared him. I'm moving. Well, looking for the snake to pop on up here on the shore, but kind of nervous about the snake coming up here on the shore. I mean, he's a wee snake, but still. Okay. And because the snake distracted me, I lost the crayfish. The crawdad. All right. Stepping on in. Got some deep water here. Well, I mean, oh, and that's cold. Yeah, it's cold. It's noticeably cool. Tons of fish. Oh, yeah. Do you see a little frog there? Hello, little frog. He's looking at me. What are your intentions? Are you going to eat me? Would you like to eat me? No, little frog, I would not like to eat you. Going to be quite the while before his legs are big enough for eating. All right, I am not way too far from look at that. That's a cool pool. Do a little walking in. Oh, and a little waterfall. Well, looks like people have done made that dam there. Made that little waterfall a little bit bigger. All right. Might be some challenging areas down here. So, no, I'm not the only one who's walked down this way. They're footprints. So, hopefully it won't be too big of a challenge. Ah, nah. It ain't. Very cool, though. Now, coming up might be... Nope. No. Wonder what that is. Well, now that's not something I expected to see. So you got egg beds here. And you got the females, or they might be the males, but they're guarding the egg beds. So I'm going to be a little considerate and walk around. Look, you see how you got a male or one of the fish guarding their little circle where they're laying their eggs. And every single one of them is going to have one of the fish guarding it. Well, that's just cool. And oddly, I mean, it's one of the only places that I would have considered quote unquote swimming. Not deep enough to really swim, but little frog there thinks he's hiding, but he is very green. Anyway, I think I saw that bag from the bank. I did. So I'm just about to the back to the parking lot. He went and hid the frog. You might have heard him chirp, but he went and hid under a rock. Not extremely effective, but you know, E for effort. And since we're not very far from civilization, I'll go ahead and pick that up. Now I just got to figure out where the trail is. Yeah, followed a game trail back to the main trail and headed back to the car. Not every adventure always goes as the way you want it to. So, still had some cool experiences and saw some cool things. So, just get out there and do it. Ooh, what's this? Goal. Just made 10 flights of stairs. Equivalent. So made my flight goal for today. Probably 2 times my steps goal. I'll post the actual stats coming up here shortly. So y'all get out there. Just do it. Y'all have fun hiking. We got some actual wildlife here. He's gonna bolt as I get closer, but he is on the trail, so. Hey buddy, I see you there. Just oops. Just letting you know I'm on the way. There you go.
The hiking trails are calling me, miles to cover, sights to see, the arms of nature embracing me, to trade my worries, show me how to be free. Around the bend what will appear, a canyon wall, a white-tailed deer, ancient oak with twisted crown, buzzard circling, looking down. Hiking trails are calling me, any place I can be free. Slow the pace and just be alive, wild and free. Good morning from a stranger's smile, chipmunk chatter all the while, hidden falls through emerald green, coolest waters I have seen. Morning mist on forest floor, petrichor through every pore. Yesterday's rain, today's gift, as morning fog begins to lift. Hiking trails are calling me. Any place I can be free. Slow the pace and just be alive, wild and free. In pristine silence, tall trees stand. Only footsteps mark this land. Mountain summit, world below. Here's the peace I've come to know.